Good morning, everyone, and what is up? Today is August 12th, or Wednesday, August 12th. It is currently 9:54 a.m. We, in fact, did not trade AM session. Well, I guess we did. We traded pre-market. It was very clean today. I did end up making around another $1,000 on my live account. That's a very common trend I've been doing. I think I'm just taking profit around $1,000. It's always a coincidence. I just always target 20 points to 30 points. Some days it's like 2K, a little more, but more of the story is I alerted the Discord this morning. If you guys are not, this is a free Discord, by the way. Nothing is paid. That's why I just recommend you guys join to get an idea of how I identify my bias and my draws for the day. I sent the Discord a message this morning. Bias is bullish toward data highs and this hourly high. If we take a look at the hourly time frame, the 15-minute here, you can see we had data highs. Here's the $1,000 on the live account. Yesterday we withdrew 1,000, and today I'm going to withdraw another 1,000, which is going to leave our account at $1.9 thousand, which is just the buffer that I've built. And then we also have $700 on 5 accounts with Funded Next, right? The only two prop firms I'm actually trading right now are Funded Next Futures and Lucid, and that's how I intend to keep it. 2 prop firms for 2 sessions. I traded these in Asia, and I'll go over that right now. I need 2 more winning days for a payout. My plan is to build this balance to $3,000, and then from there take a $1.5 thousand payout, which is the max payout for the 50K flexes with them across 5 accounts. So $7.5 thousand with them, and Funded Next has a 95% profit split on these accounts, which is sick, right? They're similar to the Lucid account. They're a little bit worse because they have less drawdown, but if you could get through that, you're fine. You just gotta build a buffer pretty quickly, right? I'm still saying Lucid is the best prop firm. I just think Funded Next is a good prop firm to add to your allocation. That's the way I'm doing it. I have my live account with Lucid that I'm already up on the month, guys. I'm already up this month. Oh, I messed up. Let me check. I think I'm up 14,000 or 13 or $14,000 in payouts in August already, and it's August 12th. And if I secure this payout with Funded Next, that'd be another $7.5 thousand to the bank, which would put me at $20,000 in payouts on the month, right? Potentially by the end of this week, which would be sick. But first, I want to get into the trade I took in Asia session, which is, I call it low of day. Low of day. Oh my god. All right, so I sent the Discord an alert at like 7:50 p.m. I was like, hey, price is gonna do one of two things right now, right? We had an unfilled 1 hour gap above us. I was bullish. I was extremely bullish on the day, but I said, hey, we have an unfilled 1 hour above us, but we also have this internal low that looks like it should get taken out before we push higher. Why? If we simply respected OTE of this range right here and pushed higher, I wouldn't have wanted price to take out that low. But the way we just chopped around here and kept on teasing it for like an hour told me like, all right, price is either going to take out this low and rip or just push lower, right? And what we did was took that low out almost instantly. But then we ended up also closing bearish on the 5-minute, got a 5-minute open high. On the 3-minute, we had a fair value gap. We had a 3-minute bearish gap right here. Sorry, where am I tweaking? No, we didn't have a 3-minute bearish gap. Sorry, I think it was a 2-minute. Or I'm tweaking. There was a gap. Where'd it go? I guess there was no gap, huh? I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry, it was a 5-minute bullish gap that got inversed. That was it. We have this 5-minute bullish gap right here. Got inversed. And after this, I was like, all right, maybe we are going to push lower. So at this point in time, I was actually pretty bearish. I just TP at the internal lows to play it safe in case something like this happens. And as you can see, it played off. But I essentially waited for a nice retrace on the 1-minute. Here we go. I entered around here, I believe, targeting this new internal low. I just noticed how price was just respecting this order block. We weren't really respecting anything bullish at this point in time either. We made the order block, we then pushed lower. That's also 0.5 of the range. And I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe we are just going to straight up push lower now. I kind of like this. Entered short, targeting that internal low, banked This was with 3 minis. That's how I made $700 on one account. Now, I wasn't copy trading because I was on my phone driving to the gym. So I did only end up making, I believe, the 700 I showed you on one account. And then it was like 500 on one, 500 on the other, and then like 600 on two. So it was like $500 to $700 per account, right? And then from there, we just ended up chopping. Mind you, these are the two draws on liquidity I had sent to the Discord, right? I sent this low and I sent this unfilled 1 hour. And look how price played within that range for like 4 hours. Literally 4 hours playing within that range, right? Now from there, what do I see? Obviously we're ripping. Now what does us ripping have to do in that bias? The fact that if we hop onto the 1 hour, we grab our fib, we filled this imbalance range by tapping into 0.5. Ideally, this is also why I wanted to be bearish in Asia, by the way. Ideally, I did want to see price dump in Asia a little bit more, tap 0.618 or 0.705, and then push higher and complete the buy model. But we ended up disrespecting 0.05, which is or 0.5, which is more than enough for me. We create on hourly order block here, respect it, push higher, hourly gap here. Now, this is where it gets important. We have this hourly high up here. CPI comes out. We have an hourly gap right here. I saw a lot of people trying to be bearish off the bat, shorting to these lows, saying like, oh, we're bearish to data lows. Guys, data high and data low is not automatically a draw. A draw on liquidity is based off price's narrative. And if the narrative for the day is bullish, hence why we're respecting 0.05 of a bullish range, hence why we're respecting hourly order blocks and hourly bullish gaps, right? Because price wants to complete this buy model. Why would I short before the buy model is complete? Right? If you guys took shorts like later on in the session, like I still don't even think it's valid, honestly. I was still pretty bullish. I still thought we were going to pump higher and higher and higher, but these are the draws I sent to the Discord. I want this high, and 830 opens up. We sweep this low. By the way, we make an SMT there. If we take a look at ES never swept that. So now we have an SMT at an internal low that was swept inside a high time frame P rate. What does that make this? In theory, this should be a protected low. At least it is protected until we go and take out our buy model, right? So now we have a protected low, which a lot of people saw as a data low. They're like, oh, that's a data wick. We have to take out the data low because price always takes out data low before taking out data high. Pattern trade. Bullshit. Terrible. The way you trade is off a narrative. If price is giving you a bullish narrative on the day with a bullish objective, don't look for fucking shorts just because there's a data low. That is a terrible way of thinking, right? We make a 30-second bearish gap. We inverse. I entered off an IFEG. Yes, I actually did enter off an IFEG. Entered here with basically a 50-point stop loss because I full port my live account every trade, risking 3K to make 3K. I ended up closing extremely early. I fully closed, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like price is just moving weird. I ended up closing at like this internal high. I closed here. 20 points. Negative RR. That's where I closed. I closed it early. As we were sweeping this internal high, just to play it safe, I was like, you know what? I don't usually trade pre-market. This is not my area of expertise. And price could easily just push lower into this area before pushing higher. Let me get out of this trade, right? It did end up playing out beautifully. If I held this trade, I would have made $4,000 on my live account, and I'd be able to request $4,000 later today. Unfortunately, I can only request $1,000, which is still $1,000, but 4,000 would have been sick to request. But either way, we did end up banking today. This is the trade idea of the day. I saw Blake took the same one, which is actually pretty cool. He entered here off the 30-second, but I entered a little bit higher. I think I entered here, right? Pretty obvious trade, very obvious draw, right? We have data highs, and we have the rest of the buy model. You could have actually like break even data highs and held all the way up here, and that would have still been a great trade, right? You could have trailed the data highs, anything you guys wanted. It was a beautiful trade. ES also came and took data highs, and it looks like it's gonna go take out data lows now. Actually, it looks like ES might take out data lows and then make an SMT with NQ before pushing NQ higher. That's what it looks like. Let me know if that happens. But today's trading day was extremely simple. I hope you guys understood what my trade was based off. SMT inside an hourly gap, also 15-minute held beautifully. Everything about this candle just held beautifully. The 15-minute, the hourly, the 5-minute, we respected this 15-minute order block as well. The way we wicked out of it was just so green. Everything's beautiful. 1-minute displacement, 30-second IFEG. Entered off that. Bang, price trickled its way up there. Should have held. I'm a bitch, not gonna lie. But with that being said, I hope you guys understand why I took both Asia and AM session trades. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Any questions, comment them. I will be there to answer. Daily buys, draws, objectives is all in the free Discord. Link is in bio. Best platforms to use right now are Lucid. And if you want to add allocation to that, Fund the Next is a good addition as well. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you boys tomorrow. Peace out.